on the BYJU'S front, but moving on, B2B building materials startup GlobalFair has raised $20 million in a mix of equity and debt recently. The Series A fundraise was led by Lightspeed and saw participation from Sama Capital, India Quotient, AUM Ventures and Stride Ventures Global. GlobalFair will use the fresh funds to grow its team, scale business and build new products. It also aims to strengthen its manufacturing base across India and Vietnam and launch capital finance solutions. Joining us now to discuss the company's growth plan is Shaily Garg, the CEO of GlobalFair. Shaily, thank you so much for joining us on the show. As I said, you've raised these funds in a mix of equity and debt. Can you tell us how much was equity and how much debt? What was the rationale to take the debt route?
So thank you so much, first of all, for having me on the show. So it's a healthy mix of equity and debt, and the nature of our business has a significant amount of working capital along with, the entire unit economics that play out. So for us, both equity and debt make sense to power through growth and, support the working capital needs that are there.
All right, so a healthy mix of equity and debt. Now, you essentially solve manufacturing and procurement problems for the building materials industry across the US. So can you take me through the pain point that you're trying to solve for?
Yeah, perfect. So in US, what we're trying to become is a one-stop shop for building materials for, big contractors, fabricators across, in entire US, effectively Western market overall. And in which, so imagine everything that is there inside four walls, which is, finishes or semi-finishes, which includes counter, cabinets, flooring, sanitary, LED lights, everything packaged together as a single, install, especially in the time when there is humongous labor shortage in US. So everything packaged together, delivered to their doorsteps, just like Amazon for, B2B building materials. While towards the supply side, we are trying to bring that manufacturing uplift. We become the access to that high quality global demand of building materials, more towards finished. Yeah.
All right. So you've raised 20 million. Now, what do you plan to do with the funds? You're going to grow your team, scale your business. So take me through how you're going to allocate these funds.
Yeah, so we are going to be deepening our tech offering. We are going to be expanding our supply bases. We are currently present in India and Vietnam, so we want to expand to Malaysia next. We would be expanding our team to a massive scale all across India, US, and Vietnam.
All right. Now, take us through the solutions that you have on offer. You said you're going to deepen your tech services. So what are the things that you have on offer, and how many categories are you planning to expand into? What's in the pipeline for you?
Yeah, so we are currently into four categories. We are into cabinets, countertops, sanitary, and flooring. We want to expand to doors and windows next, and fencing, thereafter. The idea is to own the entire, finishes inside four walls. In terms of tech, a customer starts interacting with our tech platform. This is a very, very conventional industry, right, in which everything still used to happen on phones, and, there is zero reliability and transparency in the mix in supply chain. So a customer starts interacting with our platform right from architectural bidding platform to, final delivery of the material, everything tracked, in real time for him on what's coming, what's being manufactured, what's being produced, QC of it, payment, entire delivery, and then feedback ecosystem as well. So that's on the customer side, while on the manufacturers and internal side, there is a three-way integrated platform, which helps supplier also, optimize costs and production efficiencies through demand planning models that we have in place. And internally, everything from discovery to final delivery and then payment is taken care on our own internal ERP.
All right. Now, you claim to have grown 300% on a yearly basis over the last 1.5 years. Take us through the revenues you've clocked this year. Where will you end this year? What are the targets you've set for yourself?
So this year we are going to be, as we started last year, January, so this year we are going to be closing around 300x of where we were last year, especially across. So we are present in 36 states in US right now, with 4 states being very, very prime market for us. For this year, our target is to pick up that one micro market and be the leaders in that micro market in terms of at least occupy 10% market share of Texas to start off with.
Okay, all right. So like you just mentioned, you've expanded across 36 states in the US, and you procure and manufacture materials from India and Vietnam. What's the expansion plan going forward? Are you exploring other geographies, or will the focus remain on these? You did mention Malaysia, so anything apart from that? What have the challenges also been in making this process seamless?
Yeah. So the next ideal market, the idea is to expand all across Southeast Asia because there's a humongous China plus one, and Vietnam, India, entire Southeast Asian belt is one of the biggest opportunities for that shift of that China plus one manufacturing, right? So our next immediate targets are Malaysia. Then we want to expand to Cambodia or Indonesia, right? So that's in plan. In terms of how do we plan to expand categories, or how do we plan to or what are the challenges, for example, in creating this ecosystem was, so this is a very, very conventional industry still, right? So technology adoption is something that, to our surprise, had been very, very amazing, from our customer base, but still remains a challenge in terms of, explaining it to someone sitting in construction for around 30-35 years doing business a certain way. Hence, our tech is extremely adaptable, very, very easy, still gets that value added to the customer. So you have that in bind, in customer to adopt the tech.
All right, Shaily, thank you so much for joining us on the show, and we wish you all the best going forward.
Thank you so much for having me. Bye-bye. Thanks a lot.
All right.